Hello everyone. This video is in continuation to your History Chapter 4, Colonialism, Tribal Societies and Industries. Let's start with the first topic of this video, that is the industries. The industrial sector massively contributes to the economic growth of a country. It generates huge employment opportunities and earns foreign revenue by exporting manufactured goods. India has been one of the largest exporters of textiles, especially of the fragile and beautiful muslin cloth in the world. In the 18th century, just before the arrival of the British, India was the wealthiest country in the world with a 27% share of the world economy. When the Britishers left India, however, India was reduced to one of the poorest countries in the world with just 3% share of the world economy. Two questions. What was the reason behind India's wealth before the arrival of the British? And how did British manage to destroy it? The answer to the first question is very simple. For any country to be a major contributor to the world economy, it has to have an extremely strong manufacturing sector. Before the British, India was an independent economy. India was famous for manufacturing sector, majorly in handicrafts. Not only did India manufacture large amounts of goods, India was pretty famous for the fine quality of material used and the high quality of craftsmanship. The manufacturing industry employed lakhs of people in the country. The demand for the Indian handicrafts in the world was huge, and India successfully fulfilled those demands, ensuring constant flow of wealth in the country. So what happened? Where did all the wealth vanish? Well, the Britishers wanted to expand their industrial base, and an expansion of their industrial base would need a lot of raw materials, which the Britishers didn't have an ample supply. Hence, to meet the growing need of raw materials, the Britishers turned to India and slowly established East India Company. The East India Company started to destroy the Indian economy on these four major sectors, that is agriculture, industries, foreign trade and infrastructure. The industrial sector, as discussed earlier, the East India Company used to export raw materials from India at painfully low cost for the growing industrial demands back in Britain. But what broke the back of India's economy was the British made India a huge market of their finished products. These products, which were made in Britain, were made of the cheap raw materials imported from India. Since the Britishers had already stopped Indians' local manufacturing industries, it led to a demand of locally produced goods which couldn't be filled. Thus, Indians had to buy extremely expensive finished products made of their own raw materials, which the Britishers had got hold of at painfully low prices. This blow crippled the Indian industrial sector and the Indian economy unimaginably. Growth of modern industries. The British government gave priority to jute textiles, coal mining and cotton textile industries. The first jute mill was established with the British capital in Bengal, which was followed by setting up of jute mills at different places. Coal mining also flourished in India as it was an attractive business for British investors. There was a great demand of coal in railways and factories. Coal and iron ores are essential for the establishment of iron and steel industry, but that same could not be done as British government placed several restrictions on it. It was only in 1907 that Jamshedji Tata set up Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur. Due to several restrictions imposed by the British, the heavy industries could not develop at the required pace in India. Cotton textile industry grew rapidly in the second half of the 19th century. The first textile mill was set up at Bombay in 1853. Later, many textile mills were set up at various places like Ahmedabad, Madras, Bengal, Solapur, Nagpur, etc. By the turn of the century, India had more than 200 cotton textile mills. Just before the First World War, India ranked fourth among the textile producing countries in the world. Although there was an intense competition from Britain and Japan, the Indian industry developed at a fast pace. Now, let's talk about Indian industrialization and its salient features. Modern industries led to the unemployment of thousands of craftsmen and artisans of India. They had no other alternative but to become workers in big factories. The industrial development in India was towards big cities, while the remaining part remained semi-developed or undeveloped. Heavy industries were largely neglected. It created a problem for the growth of other industries too. Machinery and technology was imported from outside. Plantation industries were completely owned by the foreigners, and the Indians were working in these plantations. The British gave an unfair treatment to the local industries of India. They did not give any encouragement or protection to the Indian industries. For example, the traditional and the flourishing handloom industries of India suffered a decline due to imported foreign textiles. In comparison to foreign goods, higher rates were charged on the Indian goods. The British did not provide the benefit of banking, insurance, loan, etc. to the Indian industries. As a result of the industrialization, new social classes emerged in India, that is, the capitalists and workers. Since their interests clashed with each other, the gap between the two classes widened. The slow pace of industrialization in India resulted in the backwardness of the country's economy. Lord Dalhousie got the Grand Trunk Road reconstructed and inaugurated the first Indian railway line from Bombay to Thane in 1853. He also established the postal and the telegraph department and introduced the half anna stamp for letters to be carried from one part of the country to another. Textiles, a case study. The discovery of several spindles and piece of cotton stuck to a silver base revealed the spinning and weaving of cotton of Harappan times. References of weaving are found in Vedic literature, including the methods of spinning. The foundations of the Indian textile trade with other countries began as early as 2nd century BCE. During the course of our history, notable migrations of Islamic group affected the textile traditions of India. Many of these people came from Central Asia, which have a cold climatic conditions. Their garments required special lightweight fabrics during hot Indian summer. This is a fine Bengal muslin that is mainly used for upper garments. Many Persian craftsmen too entered India who provided an infusions of new techniques. So here we end with this chapter. Thank you.